Hello everyone, welcome back to Mohana Astrology. Today I'm going to talk about Prarabdha Karma and Vedic astrology. This video is slightly different from my other videos, and here I have tried to discuss about how we get Prarabdha Karma and how to identify the intensity of it from your birth chart and if there is any remedy for it. As per our sages, there are three types of karma: Sanchita karma, Prarabdha karma, and Kriyamana karma. Over many births, we keep doing karma. Some are good and some are not so good. All of this from various past births get accumulated as our total Sanchita karma. Prarabdha karma is that part of Sanchita karma for which we take birth, we suffer, and it's our debt to all and everything around us. This is the pending karma of our past births that we are mitigating in this life. In some births, we may come with less amount of prarabdha and more of purva punya, or the fruits of our good deeds. We keep adding to it by our kriyamana karma, that is the karma that we do on a daily basis in this lifetime, and in each birth we are allotted certain amount of prarabdha to mitigate. And then comes a birth when it is heavy payback time or settlement time for us to go through the repercussions of all these wrongdoings. We take birth to mitigate prarabdha karma, and that is why its effect is unavoidable in our life, and we have no control over this. For example, a person is born with some physical or mental deformities, or someone is having enemies just because he or she is born in a particular family. He or she did not choose to have these, but has to endure the results of it throughout the life. Similarly, some of us go through the misery and unprecedented difficulties in life without any explainable reason for such happenings. These are all due to prarabdha karma. You may say that we get to see so many people around us who are doing horrible things and yet enjoying a good life. So, what happened to them and what happened to me that I haven't done anything wrong and yet suffering so much? In Vedic Jyotish, there are ways to see the sufferings caused by our prarabdha karma. It is mainly sixth house that shows the prarabdha karma or our debt to everything and everyone around us. Eighth house and 12th house also show the results of difficult karmas coming from our past lives, but it is mainly sixth house. If the sixth, eighth, or 12th houses are extraordinarily strong and heavy with planets, it shows that this birth is to mitigate the prarabdha karma. We also need to check where the sixth lord is sitting in the chart as well. Why is sixth house so important in assessing our prarabdha karma? Sixth house is the house of debts, diseases, enemies, litigation, everything that we are uncomfortable with. In Vedic Jyotish, there are two kinds of malefic houses. One is called the Trika houses or Dusthanas, and these are 6th, 8th, and 12th houses. The other kind is called Trishadaya houses, mainly the houses of materialistic desires that create karma for us. These are 3, 6th, and 11th house of any chart. The 6th house belongs to both types. Our 5th house is the house of our past life good deeds or purva punya, and 9th house is the house of our past life. Our 6th house is 10th from our 9th house, which means today what you got as your debt in this life is actually generated through your karma in your past lives. Therefore, we pay off our karmic debts through money, through diseases, litigation, or through the enemies. We can utilize this sixth house energy of karmic payback to heal others and reduce other problems as well. But again, that will completely depend on whether you are blessed to utilize this energy in this positive manner to mitigate your karma. Is there a particular planet that is related to Prarabdha karma? Yes, there is, and it is Saturn. Saturn is the significator of karma not only for this birth but also for all our births, past, present, and future. Saturn plays a very prominent role in delivering the results of Prarabdha karma. Saturn's degrees, its placement, whether it is direct or retrograde in the chart, or if it is stationary, will reveal the intensity of the Prarabdha karma in this life. Check out my video on stationary Saturn to know how it works. Is there a remedy to get rid of Prarabdha karma in Jyotish? Now, before I answer this question, I would like to share a small story about our ancient sage Ashtavakra. Many of you may have heard of a great sage Ashtavakra. He was born with 8 deformities in different parts of his body. These not only made his appearance unsightly, but also made living a normal life extremely difficult. On his guru's advice, he started very harsh penance to get rid of his deformities and pain. Pleased with his penance, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva all three appeared in front of him one by one and asked him to take a boon from them. When he asked them to rid him of all these deformities and pain, all three of them replied that they cannot, because sage Ashtavakra got this due to his own prarabdha karma and they cannot change it. So when Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwar did not want to interfere with prarabdha karma, who are we, these tiny mortal beings, to mess with it? With our shallow and superficial knowledge about our existence, how do we know what dominoes effect would it create if we try to manipulate our karmic planets? It is said that only a true self-realized guru can reduce the intensity of the prarabdha karma of his or her disciples. And that too if the disciple is pious enough in this lifetime. Therefore, the only way to mitigate prarabdha karma is to accept the challenge this life is throwing at you and keep doing your work. Pray earnestly to God to give you strength and finally absolve you from the wrongdoings and then leave the rest to the God. Does this mean that if you are suffering from a life-threatening disease due to the prarabdha karma, will not see a doctor? Or if we are entangled in an unfair litigation, will we not seek help of the lawyers? Of course we will. But the testing and the trauma that we have to endure to get reprieve from the prarabdha karma is the way to mitigate it. Always know that if you are getting reprieve from it, that was also destined for you. The fact that you are mitigating your prarabdha karma itself shows that you have been given an opportunity to pay off the accumulated debts and absolve yourself off from the effects of all the past wrongdoings. So you have been given a chance to begin a journey as a pious soul from here. Otherwise, you would have been in the process of creating prarabdha karma by doing wrong deeds and yet having a good time. What we should not do is to try to manipulate the results of the planets in a way that will defer the karma or change its course, because that will create more negative karma for you. I want to share an incident from great Kriya Yogi, Lahiri Mahashaya's life. Lahiri Mahashaya and one of his disciples used to go for bath in river Ganga in Varanasi every morning. One day, when both were on their way, suddenly Lahiri Mahashaya told the disciple to tear off a part of his clothing. The disciple was taken aback and did not know what to do, and did not know why he is suddenly asking him to do this. The next moment, a brick fell on Lahiri Mahashaya's foot, and he was injured. The disciple then tore off his dhoti and bandaged the injury with it. Then he asked, Guruji, if you knew this was about to happen, why did you not stop? You could have avoided getting injured. Lahiri Mahashaya said, this was Prarabdha. He further added, it is best to accept the results of the Prarabdha without any hesitation. If I had avoided or manipulated it, Prarabdha would have come back in even more intense form. So everyone, hope you enjoyed this video. This is all I had to say about Prarabdha Karma and Vedic Jyotish. Being in the deep ocean of Jyotish, I always feel that I know very little. But I do find that in my every step and in my every breath, that my Gurudev is guiding me to overcome my Prarabdha. I try to share what I know with all of you so that it can help others. If you like this video, please do subscribe and share with people who may be interested in knowing what Prarabdha Karma is. May God bless us all. Thank you.